Hello there, YouTube. It's your boy, B3, back with another kicking action figure review. Today we are reviewing the color version of NECA's Ultimate Frankenstein from their Universal Monsters line. You guys should know this by now. The Universal Monsters are one of my favorite things in the world. Just things in general. I love them as much as I do Godzilla and dinosaurs. If that doesn't tell you how much I love the Universal Monsters, you're in trouble. I love them more than Power Rangers. This is one of my main franchises. The Adventures of Dr. Scientist, heavily influenced by these boyos here. Who doesn't love Frankenstein's monster? Who doesn't love Boris Karloff as Frankenstein's monster? And who doesn't love this figure? Not me. I think it's magnificent. I actually really adore it. You can see the lifts in his shoes. You can see like dirt on his knees. I mean, look at it. It's really incredible. Some of that paint's even on the bottom of the feet. Peg holes, NECA stands sold separately. Rubber bussy. You'll see that better in articulation. Paint on the back. And I just love the detail on the fingers. The painted nails. The green, but not too green. A nice green. You can see where the parts have been sewn together. The bar. I always liked the bar. I like it on my Diamond Select version too. You can check out my Diamond Select Frankenstein's Monster review. It was a long time ago, but I still got it. Still got it up, and I love the head sculpt. Just the eyes kind of rolling back into his head. So many like different greens in the face. There's kind of a gloss on the cut, so it looks like it's actually bleeding. You know, you can see there's like red on his bolts. Flat top. And then, initially I thought this was like a sculpting error, but it's not. Look at that. The scar on his chin follows on the neck. Look at that. It goes, look how far it goes. You can turn his head super far while keeping the scar lined up. That is attention to detail. Most figure creators would have just put it on the cheek there and not had it on the neck at all. That is insane. I would suck this figure's dick, dude. And he'd have a big one, too. You know Frankenstein only gets the best for his monsters, homie. Articulation-wise, a lot of magnificent movement in the head and neck. So you got joints in the top and bottom of the neck there. And there is movement under his big ol' rubber coat here. A lot of good movement. In and out on the arms. Rotation forward and back there. Elbow bend, elbow rotation. Forward and back on the wrists, as well as a rotation. You have in and out on the legs, forward, back, thanks to the rubber bussy. Very nice. You know, and you can rotate that up at the top. You have a knee bend and rotation. The rotation is a little hindered when the knee is bent, but not when the leg is straight. You have... okay, hold on, my feet are a little tight. Admittedly. Hold on. Up and down on the feet. Don't worry, he's been heated up. He's fine. And it mostly just goes back. Doesn't go up as much because it kind of hits the cuff of the pants. But it does have a really good ankle pivot. Alright, Karloff. Now that we've done that, let's check out accessories. You see you have this kind of... This is the head and hands that come on the figure. I haven't swapped anything out. So just kind of these relaxed, open hands, and the head with the eyes rolling back into it. You've kind of got two more heads here. This head is the kind of head, and then this head is the head. This head would be more like when he's playing with the little girl and, you know, they're throwing flowers in the water. And this is more like Fritz is whipping you, and you want him to stop. Oh. Let's get those out of here before I get a little too excited. You don't want me to get excited, do you, mister? Anyway, he comes with several hands. This holding hand for holding a different accessory. And you have this hand, also kind of a holdy hand. And then you have another set of hands. These outreachy, grabby hands. Ah! So let's put the hands to the side, and those hands will hold the flowers. Yes, we mentioned the flowers earlier. Threw them in the water. Then he threw the girl. These stems are actually separate pieces, so you gotta be careful with these flowers. The stems could probably break pretty easily. And then he also comes with shackles. So the Mezco King Kong is the figure I often think of with shackles. I think the Mezco Kongs open and close, and so do the NECAs. No, I think the NECA's Kongs you have to remove the hands and put them in, and you have to do that with this guy too. If you want these shackles on him, you pop the hand off, you slip the shackle on, and then you pop the other hand on. And it's pretty good. Plus I like that it's like a real plastic chain. Huh! Use that as a weapon. Ooh, that would be badass. I'd watch that movie. Frankenstein breaks out of one shackle and he uses the other like... It's public domain, people. Make it happen. Oh, that's sick. Okay, that's all the accessories. He does have an accessory set you can buy. It comes with like a cloth that you can put over him when he's laying down, and it also comes with a table for him to lay on, a wrapped up head, as well as a torch. The torch would be for another character to hold, really. So that's a little bit of an odd choice. They didn't give us a Colin Clive Dr. Frankenstein, and I very much doubt they ever will unless it's in like a 2-pack, but meh. Anyway, I'm not going to get that set because I have the table from the Diamond Select version, so I don't really need to spend all the money on that set because the other pieces I wouldn't use, and I can get a cloth anywhere. So, size comparisons, huh? Alright, so let's compare him with some other Universal critters first. Here we have the NECA Ultimate Universal Monsters Color Gillman. He's the creature from the Black Lagoon here. We reviewed him very recently. And this next one is actually a review from a little while ago. It is the Diamond Select Mutant. There we go. And he's from This Island Earth, a film that I loved but haven't seen in a long time. But yeah, I think he scales perfectly with his own line, which is all that matters. But he also seems to scale pretty damn well with the Diamond Select line, and they were in the same scale, so that does, in fact, make sense to me. Now, let's pop these away. Show him with some other kind of human-sized monsters. Here he is with one I've been meaning to get around to reviewing. I got him when I was on vacay. It is the X Plus Minotaur. It's from their Ray Harryhausen line. He's pretty cool. He's from Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger. I always think Golden Voyage immediately because he's golden, but then, no. Stupid. But that's pretty cool. Minotaur was pretty big, but I actually think this could work, because Frankenstein's monster here is supposed to be pretty tall anyway. And then how about a Mezco, huh? I haven't shown off this figure in a while, even though I named it Best Figure of the Year back when it came out. The Mezco Nosferatu. Now, the thing is, this is a completely different scale than NECA stuff here. And NECA is releasing their own Nosferatu that's a bit more film accurate. This one's kind of been modernized in the face and stuff a little. Even though it has a lot of stuff from the film. You know, like the coffin. That is a coffin, not a casket. Take it from me. I'm a thanatologist. That's true. Anyway, I just had to flex on you for a second there. That degree's got to be good for something, you know. Anyhow, normally I'd be like, he doesn't really scale well with Frankenstein's monster because he's so short. But, you know, Karloff was a tall guy anyway, and he's on lifts here. So if you push him past the lifts, that's much closer to the right height. Nosferatu is kind of a withered, undead creature. It makes sense that he'd be so much thinner, too, because he's all padded up in here to make him look thicker. He's intentionally supposed to look really big. So even though they're in different scales, the fact that this is Frankenstein's monster, I feel like makes it like it could kind of work. Like, he could work with Frankenstein's monster and Minotaur. The creature from the Black Lagoon feels way too big next to Nosferatu. But these other two guys? I don't know. Something about it just feels fine. That's really odd, actually. Huh. Now, let's compare them, or him, not them. Talking about Nosferatu too much, making it a them. Alright, Minotaur, come on, let's get you out of here. We'll review you eventually, maybe one day. I'm sorry, Minotaur. You deserve better than me. But, how about some other monsters that NECA's known for, huh? Like predators. Here is the AVP Hunter Predator from the arcade game. And he's a little taller than Frankenstein's monster, but he's supposed to be. He's a Yahuta. I think that's how you pronounce it. Yahuta? Whatever. And then, of course, you can't whip out a predator and not whip out an alien. So here's a xenomorph, the Chrysalis xenomorph. This is one of my favorite ones in my collection. Also really big. But once again, it also makes sense. So I actually think they look pretty good with Karloff here. Quite good. So yeah, he's going to scale well with his own line, which, once again, is all that matters, of course. But it's pretty dope that he can scale well with the human-sized X plus Ray Harryhausen monsters, with other NECAs, and specifically with that Nosferatu, but he wouldn't normally scale well with that scale. So all in all, what are my final thoughts on the color version of the NECA Frankenstein's Monster Ultimate Universal Monsters figure? I adore this figure. I adore it. I hate that it took me so long to review it. He's just kind of been sitting around. I have had him here by the review station for a while, ready to go. Just every time I sat down to do this review, something like, it was like, oh, the camera needs charged. Oh, it's, there's the dogs are making too much noise. Oh, I actually have to go do something. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Something is always in the way. Oh, the cat wants to lay here, and I don't dare move her. But yes, I'm finally around to reviewing him, and I'm going to try to do the Mummy soon, as well as my Black and White Bride of Frankenstein, my Phantom of the Opera, my in-color Transylvania Dracula, and I'm going to be getting more and more of them. I want several of them. But that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below, Facebook, Twitter, etc. And definitely subscribe for more monster reviews, Universal or otherwise. So that's it. Thank you all once again. I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.